Was that a conscious thing going into it of being like, we want to be about the whole entity rather than as individuals, so it can be?
Yes. Well, I'm an only child, and I grew up in an alcoholic family, and I was given a domain that was mine. It became my territory. My territory had a lock. And if my parents came down, they had to knock. And if I chose, you're not coming in, you're not coming in. So that's how I lived. I raised myself more or less, and I raised myself in my imagination, being isolated and by yourself. I got very shy, if you will, and what little bit of rejection or whatever it was that I received in my life was enough for me to be super shy, super internal, and but also just very strong, because I'm going to wait. I'm very forensic files. Like, I'm a profiler, I'm very, I wait, I'm willing to, it's hard to be around me because I listen and I don't forget. So you'll say something today and 3 years later, somebody asks you the same thing I asked you, but you'll say something different. I'll be like, oh, liar. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard. That's what I developed in my basement. So the only way to get rid of all that ego and all that stuff, and then most importantly, Slipknot's based off, for me, I can't speak for anybody else, and I would never, but for me, it's it sounds childish, I guess. Everybody gets hard hearing it or whatever, but we all have a certain amount of pain. And I always felt like the art that I created, physical, spiritual, mental, whatever, I always felt it helped me deal with the human condition. Whatever my ailments were at whatever age, music has been my God, and the only thing that's always been there. I don't even have to hear it to have it. So I've dedicated my whole self. In fact, I love listening to it more than I love performing it or writing it, because I need it that much in behavioral health. So coming out, I wanted to share it with everyone, right? I didn't, it's not about my face or Corey Taylor's face or this. I didn't know what they were going to do. It's a funny thing. Joeyjordison down in the basement, we're getting ready for a show that Paul booked that he shouldn't have, but he did. And Joey started going around the room, blah, blah, blah. What do you wear? What do you wear? Da, da, da. Regular Joey stuff. Awesome. I love it. And, I know he's getting to me last, and you probably read this story, but, the clown, whoever that dude is, he put in rehearsal, whoop, put on the mask when he asked, and then came up, and I was like, if you were there, you knew what happened. You were like, oh shit, a star was born, or a star fell, or a meteor burned out, or a bomb exploded. I don't know what happened, but something on that day was very, very insane. And there was so much laughter, you can't wear that. It's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's already done. It's my band. It's like, you joined this shit. And so it was a joke, we're laughing. So every time I'd come to practice, he'd be wearing the clown mask. And he'd be like, I'm the clown. I'd be like, he'd get me going. Because somewhere in the back of my head, I'm like, is he? But I'm like, no. It's my shit. Like, get off. So we had a lot of fun with that. There was a lot of fun there and a lot of good times in that development. And, I knew it was just a matter of time before it's like, well, you can't be that guy. It's like, well, I am that guy. And then everybody said, more or less, everybody's got to do it. And, to this day, I bet you talk to someone, they tell you they hate it.